this girl thought she was going to have a heart attack.
Really?
Where's that crazy music from?
Hi, my name is Brian LaPayower, and this is LaPayower Report, the fundamental talk show program where I conduct conversations with individuals who have unique skills and talents. On today's program, my featured guest is the host and producer of the public access program known as Spiritual Exploration. I have the host, producer herself, Christine Schiavone. Before we get on to our today's guests, recently, Staten Island Community Television held its annual, they call it the NOVA Awards, which is abbreviated as the Notable Outstanding Video Achievement Awards. And recently, I put in 2 clips for my program, Jalapeno Report. Unfortunately, I didn't win under the category, so instead, they presented me with a plaque called the Volunteer of the Year. So I want to thank every producer that I helped along with at the facilities of Staten Island Community Television, and including special thanks to, of course, my guest, Christine Schiavone. I also like to thank Fred Kasha. I also like to thank also Stacy, my sister-in-law, and last but not least, my technical director, Guy Cormier, and my father, Philip Robert LaPayower, who, of course, was inspired for me to become a producer here at the facility. Okay, now Christine Schiavone.
Your father was your inspiration. How nice.
Yes, yes.
He was a nice man. I knew
yes,
him.
He was.
He was a very nice. He was very, very well liked here.
Yes. He actually, believe it or not, I'm the one that inspired him to come to the facility of Staten Island Community Television.
And then he inspired you.
Right.
Well,
Yes.
one hand washes the other, right?
Yes, yes. Now, Christine, your program, Spiritual Exploration, tell us about it. How did you get started in the program?
Spiritual exploration. Well, first of all, I've been doing it going on 14 years now.
Okay.
My first show, as you know, was August 13th,
Mm-hmm.
1999.
Yes.
I had been kind of hanging out at the studio here with friends and helping with the show,
Yeah.
We Are Not Alone,
Yes.
the show about UFOs
Okay.
that Frank Dudley, Pat Brady, and Anne Marie Arena at the time
Mhm.
were producing, and I started coming in to help them.
Yes.
And then I decided, hey, well, let me see. And I was talking to some friends about the possibility, and they said, well, what kind of a show do you want to do? And I said, I think I'd do a spiritual show. And then we thought of a name and everything. And then I retook the course in May of 1999 because I felt a little rusty.
Okay.
And then at that point, I had met someone during the course who was a very nice person to me. And he encouraged me to do the first show in August that year. He did a show, I did a show the same night. And I guess the rest is history.
Who would be the person, by any chance?
Oh, it was an old friend who's not at the studio anymore.
Okay.
His name was Carl, and he was a good friend for quite some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Start with C or K? Just curious.
Excuse me?
Does his first name start with letter C or start with letter K?
C, with Carl with C.
Really, my father's father was named Carl, also with a C.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
And also, just to make viewers aware, because of the show program Spiritual Exploration, we also have pictures, but these pictures are physically video screenshots from the program. So whenever you get a chance, and please, my guy, our technical director, please let me know when we have the first screen picture shot available. So getting along with
there we
spiritual
go.
exploration here, and we have the first shot right here. Now this is was done back, I believe, August of 2011. Your guest was Mary Silvanero.
Right, yes, Mary Silvanero.
Yes, and you were talking about gemstones and stuff.
Yeah, at that
As
point,
well
yeah,
as-
my very first, yes, you're right. That one was about gemstones also.
Yeah.
And my very first show in 1999 was about gemstones.
Yes, yes.
The different properties they have, what they do for us. They heal, they help us focus, all different
Yes.
things.
Okay, okay. And along with also on spiritual exploration here, your background. Since I mean, I do understand that your background is based with, they call it Reiki.
Reiki is a healing modality,
Yes.
a very pure energy that we have to become attuned to take it from the earth and we run it through ourselves and into another person or into a situation, or even an animal can receive Reiki.
Really?
You could send it. It can go anywhere in the world, and it penetrates any material. If somebody's sitting in a steel box, they would get the Reiki.
Okay.
You know?
How would one person get trained in Reiki?
You'd have to go to a Reiki master that teaches it. Now, I'm a Reiki master, but I don't teach it.
Really? Why is that?
By choice. I really am not into teaching Reiki.
Yeah.
And thus, I am not attuned to the teaching end of it. But I am attuned to everything else, to the healing, and I have all the symbols. There are secret symbols that we use that we put into a person, or those very same symbols are symbols that we can send anywhere in the world.
Okay. Okay. And you, so basically, so you have to go to Reiki master, learn about Reiki. It's all New Age, correct?
Oh yes, absolutely. But well, actually, Reiki may be New Age now because they're discovering it. They've been discovering it. But Reiki is a very ancient healing modality, and it was used by the Tibetan monks, and they kept it to themselves because they didn't want anybody else to have it.
Really?
But it leaked out.
I had no idea. Tibetan monks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kept it to themselves. They kind of hoarded it, you know.
I believe we have another picture. Okay. You may want to zoom out on that picture a little bit. It's actually more detailing. But anyway, let's discuss with the picture right here. This was taken back in February of 2011. You had two guests on. You had on director Lance Rea,
With Lake Films.
Lake Films, and also Christopher Mancuso,
Chris Mancuso, yes.
also with Lake Films.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to get that picture zoomed out here. Now, this...
That was not a spiritual exploration, if I recall, though.
No, it was not.
That was a different. I dabbled in other kinds of shows too.
Right. But this show right here, there was really a special message on it. So it was really more of a dedication.
That was a dedication to Frank.
Yes.
Frank Dudley was a producer here also. He's the one that really brought me into the studio to begin with.
Really?
He's the one that encouraged me to get involved. And I'm so glad too, because I love it here. I really do. I enjoy being here. I enjoy most of the people here.
Yes. Now, Frank was also your production supervisor, but he also produced a program for you, which you were the host, called The Fifth Dimension. Am I correct?
No, the Fourth Dimension.
The Fourth
actually.
Dimension.
But prior to that, it was Second Sight.
Second Sight.
With Chris George.
Right.
And then I stopped working with Chris George and started doing the Fourth Dimension with and Frank produced both of those shows, as a matter of fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He produced not only one show, but two different shows at two different times.
Right. Well, he's produced many shows. He was a co-producer on We're Not Alone, the UFO show, and also Attack on American Freedom with Pat Brady. Right after 9/11, they started doing that. They did it every month for about 2 years, and then they carried on for every year after that around the anniversary.
And now we come up to the next picture right here. This was taken, if I'm correct, March 2010, and your guest was Stephen Popeltek. On this episode right here is a very special episode because the topic of the show was about Kabbalah, which is also known as Jewish mysticism. And on top of that, this physical show was also put on YouTube.
Right.
And also it's been a flagship of the your viewership.
Well, yes. Well, you have been placing my shows on
Yes.
YouTube, which I am very, very grateful for.
Welcome.
And that show has been getting the most hits. Yes.
Yes, yes. But just to make viewers aware, for anyone who has gone on YouTube and look up spiritual exploration here, for anyone seeing it on TV on public access, the whole show is really 1 hour. So unfortunately for me, I can't put into an hour. So I put into 2 parts.
2.5 hours. Yeah.
2.5 hours. And coincidentally, the first half-hour show to date has produced over 25,000 views.
Wow, yeah, that's amazing. And that's in 165 countries around the world.
And on top of that, Steve Pavlitek has been not only a guest second time around, but also you have seen him on doing more than just his spiritual work too. I think you saw him doing a wedding.
Yeah, well, sometimes I watch different kinds of shows on television when I'm at home in the evening, and there's one show. It's called 4 Weddings, and it's about 4 young ladies who are getting married, and they go to each other's wedding, etc. And they show the ceremony, and they show the hall and the whole bit. And he was the officiant at one of the weddings. I was sitting there watching and going, "Oh my God, that's Steve Pavlitek."
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he was marrying this one couple, and they happened to be the couple that won the prize too, the honeymoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wish it was me. Okay, we have another picture right here. This was from, if I'm correct, okay, the date on this program, if I remember correctly, was September of 2010. And your guest was Claudia Canuto from Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Right.
And
This feels like an episode of This Is Your Life.
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, I put in that perspective here. And Claudia also has recently became the co-host of the program Tuning Into Angels, hosted by Thomas Knights Templar.
Right.
Right.
Yes, and I was a guest on their show a couple of times myself.
Right.
And Claudia came from Canada, yes. And she
We met her. We both met her at the same place. We both met her at an event from another producer.
Right. Yes.
Stephen G. Gennaro.
That's right. Steve DeGennaro had an event. He invited about 200 people, and it was
Including
a
ourselves.
nice event. He was introducing his show.
Whatever Goes TV, which was a winner.
That's right.
Of the 2013 Nova Awards.
That's right. He won an award for that, which is well deserved.
Absolutely.
Yes. Anyway, so we both met Claudia there. She and her boyfriend from Montreal. I introduced myself. She's a medium,
Right.
and that's how we got to talking. Then she came on the show. She told me about the little chapel that she built in the woods on a piece of property that she has in the woods of Montreal.
Yes.
And she says a lot of miracles and healings have happened there.
It is true. It's true.
Yeah.
We also on the same program. You have she also put in pictures. She also showed you about spirits and where could they pop up.
Oh yeah.
Most of them has popped in the picture. Even she had some if I remember correctly, she had pictures where her father, because in that episode before that taping, her father passed away.
Right. And she had pictures that her father showed up in.
Right.
Yeah, I like to watch a lot of ghost stories too.
Okay, we do have another picture?
Spirits.
Okay. I don't remember.
This is the show that I did on Reiki, yes.
Yes.
I was giving Reiki to a guest.
His name is, if I recall correctly, based on information, his name is William Petrano.
Okay, yes.
Petrano.
Petrano.
And you were giving him a Reiki, followed by the guest on the table, Dr. Blanca Greenberg, now goes by the name of Dr. Blanca Bayer, was going through the steps of what you're doing with the Reiki healing.
Exactly. Yes.
And you had your 2 hands on
his shoulders.
Right.
Now, well, you see, what we use our hands actually from, you could use them from head to toe, but
Yes.
I usually do an upper chair Reiki, and which includes the head, the shoulders, the arms, the midriff, and the back, and all. And when you place your hands on the shoulders of the person who's receiving the Reiki, that is to de-stress them.
Yes.
That takes care of stress. The shoulders, stress is in the shoulders.
Yes. So based on the image right there, what is the accuracy of the Reiki physically working, if I may ask that question?
Well, I have found it does a lot of different kinds of things, and it's pretty accurate. If you are meant to have the healing, you will have a healing. And if you are, Reiki is given to anybody from birth to death.
What do you mean meant by? You said if you were meant to have the Reiki.
Well, but this is what I mean. Reiki is given, like as I said, from birth to death, you can receive Reiki. But if you're on your deathbed, it's not going to bring you back if you're meant to pass on. But the Reiki will make you more comfortable. The Reiki will also help you acclimate to the other side when you have passed, when your spirit has left your body. You won't be lost. The Reiki will be there to guide you.
Now I'm gonna be a little honest with you. Between that guest and myself, of course, your guest never received the healing before, and I never received the Reiki healing at all.
Well, anytime. I will give you. I will be more than happy to give you a Reiki healing.
Let me ask you this: is it possible, maybe on a future episode of Spiritual Exploration, can you give me a Reiki healing?
Sometime down the road, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
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 Why not? You can volunteer, okay?
Okay. Okay. Because you haven't done Reiki in a long time. Okay. Next picture we have.
Adelphina Shepherd.
Yes. I didn't realize that she is also a reverend.
Yes.
Yes. As well as a spiritual teacher, as well as an author.
And such a nice person.
Yes, yes. And on top of that, that clip was also used for a, oh no. It's on YouTube. That's all I got to tell you.
Okay.
It's on YouTube.
All right.
But and she is talking about what you call, I think was shifts. I think
Probably 2012, the
2012,
shift.
yes.
Because, everything was shifting until
Right.
December 21st, and then now it's supposedly complete.
Right. No, there have been a lot of prophecies around with 2012. I just want to bring up that because one of my theories I have. I mean, I'm a little spiritual myself too. I felt the number 3 was going to be produced multiple times throughout the year 2012, and believe it or not, I was right on most of them. To form the 3, it really is based on the dates. But however, the 3 itself sometimes cannot be solid, so it won't be good. I've received basically I did research and stuff, and from like this type of numerology, and I had the number 3 multiplied up to about 4 different times.
Really?
Because there are different type of ways of forming a 3. Like for instance, one date I recall was let me think of one, June 23rd, 2012. Now, if I'm correct, now this way to form the 3, you have the 26. That's in the date, and if you take 6 divided by 2, you get a 3 right there.
Yeah.
Plus another thing, plus with the end numbers in the year 2012, the 1 plus, if you add the what you call this, if you sing out the digits, 1 plus 2, that all equals a 3. Then you take the 20 from the year with the 6. You also get 2 times. If you multiply, you get 2 times 6 was 12. Then you take 12 single digits. Then you get 3, as in 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have seen that as well as up to 4 times as well too. Where the 3, I said to a lot of people that the 3 hasn't been wild throughout 2012. I did spoke to one of the spirituals. I do believe we have another picture. I don't know if we've shown it yet. Now this is the person I did spoke about, this picture right here, and this is from the one of the last
Raphael Simmons.
Yes, and he did a Chinese astrology.
Yes, he did Chinese astrology, and he was talking about the different, like in the Chinese astrology, each sign is a different animal. And so we talked about all of that, and he gave some predictions for the year for the different signs.
Yes.
I'm a rabbit.
Yes.
We had just finished the year of the dragon.
Yes.
And we are now in the year of the snake.
Yes. Yes.
So he also does other subjects too. I think I'm gonna have him on a future show or two.
He also does runes, I believe. Correct?
Runes, yes.
He also does one of his first things he originally did back in, because he started around the 1970s. He also did tarot cards.
Yes, he's a reader. He does everything. He's also a regular astrologer. Yeah.
And he came along with another guest. We unfortunately I don't have a picture on that one here. Her name is
Marilyn.
Marilyn, yes.
Marilyn Martin.
She does numerology.
She does numerology and feng shui.
Yes.
And I think he also does feng shui.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had Marilyn years ago as a guest.
Really?
Yeah, we did a show on feng shui, I think around 2004 or something.
We got to find that clip then.
We'll have to, yes.
Yeah. But you had many guests. One picture we didn't show. I didn't show. I didn't because believe it or not, we had about seven. I took only about 7 pictures, and the reason why I chose 7 pictures because there are also 7 chakras.
Right. There are 7 chakras from the root
Right.
to the crown.
Yes.
And then there are more above, but I'm not really familiar with them.
Wait, there are more chakras?
There are more above the crown.
I thought there was only 7.
I think there's like 4 above the crown.
Yeah.
But people don't talk about them so much. That's why it's
Why is
so it's
that?
reasonable for you to just think there's 7. Because basically the 7 that go from the root to the crown are in the body, and that's mostly what are worked with.
Because I know the color. Because I done research on the chakras here, and I know that on the crown chakra is purple. Then you have the eyes is indigo.
I believe so.
Indigo. Then you have the blue chakra.
The throat.
The throat. Then you have
The heart.
the green, which is why is it green? I don't understand that. Why
Well,
is
green is a healing color.
yeah?
Yeah.
But even though the heart color is red,
Oh, the red is down below.
right? In the
I think the root chakra, and then there's orange.
right.
Yeah.
It's in. If a lot of people don't realize, it's in the color patterns of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, which is also abbreviated as Roy G. Biv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
What's Roy G. Biv?
The color of the rainbow.
The rain. Well, I know rainbow.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
you-
knew that those were the rainbow colors.
didn't
But
know that?
I never heard of Roy G. Biv.
You never. Everybody heard
No.
Roy G. Biv.
I don't know.
Yes. Well, if you put into a name, Roy G. Biv.
Okay.
Yes. But you did have a Roy as a guest, Roy Adams.
Oh, that was a long time ago too. We spoke a lot about God.
Uh-huh. And he's also related to a Bill Adams. He's
Was
also
a producer.
yes.
Died at the tender age of 45 very suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a nice person.
Yes. Because one of the producers I know have a dedication to Bill Adams.
Uh-huh.
That'll be Timothy Sinsop, one of those Terrible Tim. He also helped me, believe it or not, one of the thanks also goes to him because he helped me out with a guest on the program. Him and his friend Moose Saber, also known as Steve Square, helped me get Ken Mills, our previous guest on the program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's probably, don't worry about that. It's, believe it or not, if anyone heard any additional sound, that's probably from the next facility, Time Warner Cable.
Yeah.
They've been doing things over there. I don't know what they're
They're
doing.
very noisy lately, huh?
Yeah, they've been very noisy on mouses lately. So, spiritual exploration. So, to date, how many episodes have we have so far?
Well, to tell you the truth, I kind of lost count, but I would say roughly around 150.
Yeah.
Okay. I lost count because at one point I was offered by the studio to have the time of 10 o'clock, Channel 35,
Yeah.
on Friday nights, and they were going to run a show every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and a new show, and then I would put in an old show and give it a new number to run for the next 2 weeks, and I did that for a little while, so I kind of like lost the sequence, but it's around 150
Yeah.
shows.
And you also did, I think, 1 or 2 live specials. One of them before your live guest you had on Mark Cabot Edichico.
That's right. I've done several with Mark, some live and some taped.
Yes. One of them shows you told me earlier was, actually a while ago, was paganism, which is the...
We did a show about paganism, yes. And we did a show, the last show Mark and I did was last October, a little bit before that, about Halloween.
Yes.
We talked about Halloween and how the pagans celebrate Halloween and all that kind of stuff.
Yes. And also involvement about, he also explained about the difference between being a witch and everything.
Right.
Why he chose to be a witch. I mean, he has a background history of it.
Yes, yes.
But
And we also did a few live shows where he was flipping cards and
Tarot
giving
cards.
readings, yes.
yes.
People were calling in.
There was a lot of phone calls.
Oh, the phone doesn't stop ringing when we do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which tells me a lot of people are watching my show.
Yes, which is good.
Yeah, well, definitely good.
You think there'll be another live show like that again?
Yeah,
down the
that
road?
could happen, sure.
Yes.
Sure, I just haven't gotten around to doing one.
Or also a live Reiki. No, I don't think you did live Reiki. Have you ever did live Reiki?
No, it's really, well, it really wouldn't be any point in doing that because people would be watching other people get healed and stuff like that. I mean, I could do it as a demonstration on a show, but
Okay.
I won't dedicate a whole show to just healing people. I mean, I could do that anytime.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just call on the Reiki energy, it comes and you use it.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we definitely. I just want to say, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I should have had you on my first year, but I didn't know what your schedule was like, and I'm very grateful that you have physically came on the program.
Anytime, Brian, you could ask me.
Yes, yes.
Anytime, I'm available.
Yes, yes, yes. And you do have a show coming up. I believe a guest already set for that show.
Well, yeah, Rita Gigante's going to be a guest on my next show. And she's also a healer, and she works with angels. So that should be an interesting conversation.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yep.
Okay. Well, definitely coming to near the end of the program. I mean,
This has been very interesting, but it's going fast.
it's definitely too fast. Yeah.
It is. It is. I just have to say that I've been doing the show since, as we all know now, 1999. I've really enjoyed myself. I have really, really learned a lot, and I am grateful to Frank Dudley for having brought me here in the first place. I started the show in 1999 and started hanging out here in the studio in 1998.
Yes.
But we took our very first course back in 1989.
Really?
Before this building, the studio was even built.
Really?
They were coming, and they had rented a large building on the grounds of Wagner College, and they were teaching the portable course there.
Okay.
So we went and took it. But I didn't do anything with it at that point because the cameras and the monitor and all that stuff was bigger than me. I said, how am I going to lug this stuff around?
Okay.
So I really, really kind of lost interest after that until it came to time to come into the studio.
Okay, Christine, I definitely want to thank you for coming on the program. If anyone out there wants to make contact with you, how can anybody do that?
Well, they can email me at spiritgal, SPIRITGAL 108 @yahoo.com.
Okay. Christine, thank you for coming on the program.
My pleasure.
I'd like to thank Guy Comey, our technical director. I'd like to thank the extended staff and crew at the studio. If anyone out there wants to reach me, they could write to the studio, or they can email me at lapierreport@gmail.com. So, once again, my name is Brian LaPayower, and this was LaPayower Reports. Thank you for watching.